Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my friends, good afternoon. How are you today? I hope all of you are fine. The Honorable Mem Dr. Rani Sastri STMPD as the lecturer of Teaching and Learning Evaluation. We are from Group 1 and today we are going to present about reviewing writing. Well, we are going to introduce ourselves. My name is Nurul Maskana and my partners are Nazhif, Alfaqih, Ahmad and Meldha Janneri Uatmia. Keep on watching. Well, we'll explain the first material. It is about the scoring, rubric, and the writing scale. As you can see here, this is the scoring rubric that we use to score or to review the handwritten that have given by Mem Anissa. We use this rubric from Brown 2007. As you can see here, there are 4 aspects of writing that should be scored, and each of them has their own percentage. The first aspect to assess is content. It has 30% of scoring system, and the second one is organization. It has 20% of scoring system, and the third one is grammar. It has 20% of scoring system. And then fourth is vocabulary. It has 15% of scoring system. And the last one is mechanics. It has 15% of scoring system, which consists of spelling, punctuation, and capitalization.
My name is Alfaqih Ahmad. I will continue explaining the material that I have explained before. Well, as we can see, there are 5 aspects. They are content, organization, grammar, vocabulary, and mechanics. Actually, the way to score each aspect is same, in which the 4 point is the highest score. For the content, the performance description for score 4 is the topic is complete and clear, and the details are relating to the topic. And score 3, the topic is complete and clear, but the details are almost relating to the topic. And for score 2, the topic is complete and clear, but the details are not relating to the topic. And the last, score 1, the topic is not clear and the details are not relating to the topic. Then for the organization aspect, score 4 and its performance description, its identification is complete and descriptions are arranged with proper connectives. For score 3, identification is almost complete and description are arranged with almost proper connectives. And score 2, identification is not complete and descriptions are arranged with few misuse of connectives. And for score 1, identification is not complete and descriptions are arranged with misuse of connectives. Next, for the grammar aspects, score 4 and the performance descriptions for score 4 is very few grammatical or agreement inaccuracies. For score 3, few grammatical or agreement inaccuracies but not effect on meaning. For score 2, numerous grammatical or agreement inaccuracies. And for score 1, frequent grammatical or agreement inaccuracies. Next, there is vocabulary aspects. Score 4, the performance descriptions for score 4 is effective choice of words and word forms, and for score 3, few misuse of vocabularies, word forms but not change the meaning. Score 2, limited range confusing words and word form. And for score 1, very poor knowledge of words, forms and not understandable. And the last aspect, it is mechanics aspect. Score and performance description for score 4, it uses correct spelling, punctuation and capitalization. Score 3, it has occasional errors of spelling, punctuation and capitalization. Score 2, it has frequent errors of spelling, punctuation and capitalization. And for score 1, it is dominated by errors of spelling, punctuation and capitalization.
Hello, my name is Meldha Janneri Uatmia. Well, I would like to explain about weightings and how to calculate the score. Adapted from Brown 2007, every aspect has individual weightings. The first aspect is contents that consists topic and detail. The weight is 3. Why is 3? Because this aspect only needs 30%. The second is organizations that consist identifications and descriptions. The weight is 2. The third is grammar. The weight is 2. The fourth is vocabulary. The weight is 2.5. Because this aspect only need 15%. And the last is mechanic that consists spellings, punctuations and capitalizations. The weight is 1.5. After we know the weight, now I show you how to calculate the score. The first, we must identify the score of any aspect. The second is the score times the weight, and the third is any aspect. For example, aspect 1 plus aspect 2 until aspect 5. The fourth is the score of aspect times 10 and divided 40. So the result is the scoring rubric of writing.
Well, we come to the writing scale, which determines the writer's capability of writing. So we have band 0 to 9. If it is expert writer, the band is 9, where the written is fully effective handling of written communication for all required tasks. And very good writer, the band is 8, where it is very nearly at full competence level. And good writer, the band is 7, where it message effectively, conveyed on suitable outline, layout is clear and flow maintained, use cohesive vocab devices or good and style appropriate, curate grammar, vocabulary and spelling apart from slips, and handwriting clear to read.
Level 6 is called as a competent writer. The message fully conveyed with occasional gaps and or redundancies. Flows reasonably well, format and layout acceptable with only occasional inaccuracies and inappropriacies. Transition not always smooth, usage, spelling and handwriting conform fairly well to accepted norms. The next level is level 5. It is called as a modest writer. Although broadly conveying the message, the structure and flow of the work is somewhat lacking in coherence. A little use of effective idiom or suitable cohesive devices. The work has some errors in usage, spelling and handwriting not always perfect. The next level is level 4. This level is called as marginal writer. It conveys simple short messages, but with longer tasks there will be gaps and deficiencies in treatment. Presentation lacking in fluency, poor layout, use of paragraphs and use of cohesive devices, little style or appropriate use of idiom, several errors in usage, marginal standards in spelling and handwriting, still a low basic communication.
Level 3. Extremely limited writers. Produce a strings of sentences bearing on the topics, but little interest or logical structures. Poor layout, paragraph and cohesion and lack of uniform style. Many lexical and grammatical errors, poor spellings, and handwritings. Main feature is the topic under discussions can be just discerned. Level 2. Intermittent writers, only around mastery of writings, much of it identifiable, can write several recognizable words and phrases. Not easy to understand the message, which will be neither comprehensive or ordained. Level 1 or 0, non-writers, able to produce a few letters or scroll conveying no significant message or unable to write at.
Here is the example of writing that will be scored by using scoring rubric of Brown 2007. As you can see here, there are 2 paragraphs of writing. Then, according to the scoring rubric, the assessment of level 9, starting from the content, I give 4 because the topic is complete and clear and the details are relating to the topic. And for the weighting, it's 3. Then the organization, I also give 4 because the identification is complete and description are arranged with proper connectives. For the weighting, 2. And then for the grammar, I also give 4 because very few grammatical or agreement inaccuracies. And the weighting also for 2. And then vocabulary, I give 4 because it uses effective choice of words and word forms. Then for the mechanics, I also give 4 because it uses correct spelling, punctuation, and capitalization. Well, how to calculate it? According to Brown, the score is weighting times the score. So we have 3 times 4 and 2 times 4 and 2 times 4 and 1.5 times 4 and 1.5 times 4, and then total it, and after that times 10, and the result should be divided 40, and the final score is 10. So according to writing scale, this writer is the expert writer. Well, the level of writing is I mean the band is 9. Thank you.
Okay, this is the level 8 writing. For the assessment of this writing, we can continue to the next slide. Okay, the assessment of level 8. The rubric we have used to assess this writing, this level 8 writing, is adopted from Brown 2007, in which there are 5 aspects. The first aspect is content. The score for the content of this writing is 3. The performance description. The topic is complete and clear, but the details are almost relating to the topic. And for the weighting is times 3. The next aspect is organization. The score for this aspect of this writing is 3. And its performance description. Identification is almost complete and description are arranged with almost proper connectives. And for the weighting is times 2. The third aspect is grammar. The score of this aspect of this writing is 3. The performance description of this score is few grammatical or agreement inaccuracies but not effect on meaning. The weighting of these aspects is times 2. The fourth aspect is vocabulary. The score for this aspect of this writing is 4. And its performance description is effective choice of words and word forms. And for the weighting is times 1.5. And the last aspect is mechanics. The score for the mechanics aspect of this writing is 3. And its performance description is it has occasional errors of spelling, punctuation and capitalization. And for the weighting is times 1.5. Well, this is the level 5 writing, and for the assessment of this level 5 rating, we can continue to the next slide. Okay, the rubric we use to assess this level 5 rating is adopted from Brown 2007. As you know, there are 5 aspects, and for the content aspect, the score of this writing, this level 5 writing, is 4. And for the performance description, the topic is complete and clear, and the details are relating to the topic. For the weighting is times 3. The next aspect is organization. The score is 4, and the performance description. Identification is complete and descriptions are arranged with proper connectives. For the weighting is times 2. The next aspect is grammar. The score is 2. The performance description, numerous grammatical or agreement inaccuracies. The weighting is times 2. The next aspect is vocabulary. The score is 4. The performance description, effective choice of words and word forms. And for the weighting is times 1.5. And the last aspect is mechanics. The score of this aspect is 4, and the performance description of this aspect is it uses correct spelling, punctuation, and capitalization. The weighting for this aspect is times 1.5. So based on the formula of Brown, the score of this writing, the score of this level 5 rating is 9.
Well, my name is Meldha Janneri Uatmia. I would like to explain about assessments of level 4 that adopted from Brown's 2007. Before that, I want to show you the text of level 4. The text divided 3 paragraphs. To make it clear, look at the next slide about assessments of level 4. This slide, you can see the aspects, score, performance descriptions, weightings, and how to calculate a score. This aspect divided 5 kinds. The first is contents, consists topic and details. The second aspect is organizations that consist identifications and descriptions. The third is grammar. The fourth is vocabulary. And the last, mechanics, that consists spelling, punctuations, and capitalizations. Based off the text, the score is 2 aspect. 1 is 4 because the topic is complete and clear, but the details are relating to the topics. The score aspect number 2 is 3 because the text identifications is almost complete and descriptions are arranged with almost proper connective. And the third is the score for aspect number 4 and number 3 is 2 because numerous grammaticals or agreements incorrect because any sentence or word is not clear, so it is difficult to understand. The score for the vocabulary aspect is 2 because the text is limited, range, confusing word and verb forms. And the last score to mechanic is 2 because the text it has frequent errors of spelling, punctuations, and capitalizations. Okay, focus on how to calculate the score. You can see the formula. The formula is based on the text and assessments of levels. The score times 10 and divided 14 and the score is 7. So the result of the assessments of level 4 is 7. I think enough.